trial lawyer. I'm just leaving court in a police brutality, excessive force, wrongful death. It's another police shooting case. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, you guys.
The war between us.
That's my Bible going off. I was listening to my Bible on my way to court, y'all. I have to be prayed up going into these courtrooms. Okay. I just left court and trial lawyer. I'm just leaving court in a police brutality, excessive force, wrhongful death. It's another police shooting case. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, you guys.
The war between us.
That's my Bible going off. I was listening to my Bible on my way to court, y'all. I have to be prayed up going into these courtrooms. Okay. I just left court and again, wrongful death, police shooting case. And one of the witnesses that I had deposed, and when you take a deposition, that means you're just interviewing the witness. It's an on the record proceeding, but it's an out of court proceeding. So I took a deposition of an MPD employee who's an MPD bureaucrat. They're not a cop, but they are in charge of, the disciplinary records and citizens complaints because the officer in my case, has disciplinary issues and citizens complaints against them. So I'm interviewing the person at MPD who's in charge of this, and they literally, there was, for whatever reasons I can't get into, I have to call the witness back to reopen the deposition. The witness, well, as I'm sitting in court and I'm telling the judge, hey, I'm going to need to reopen this deposition. He's like, okay, this is what you got to do. Cost got to be on the defendant. The government then says to the court that the witness said that the deposition was so contentious that they want to be deposed remotely and not in person. And I'm thinking back to this deposition. I'm like, what was contentious about this deposition? Nothing. I've taken many depositions. Nothing was contentious. And the judge was even shocked too to hear this. So I said what I had to say. And the judge was like, all right, I'm not allowing this request for a remote deposition. But he was like, folks, can you just not be contentious? But I'm literally thinking back, what was contentious about this? And you guys, let me just say something. As a woman who does civil rights trial work, there are not many women who do this job. Okay, number one. And there are not many black women who do this job. I can count on one hand the number of black women attorneys who do civil rights trial work. And I just feel like, look, you can't be black, you can't have natural hair and ask intelligent questions because then people are like, oh, this is contentious. No, I'm a trial lawyer and I'm skilled. So you feel uncomfortable because I'm skilled at my job. You looked at me when you walked in and you thought, oh, this is going to be a breeze. No, it's not a breeze. Why? You thought it was going to be a breeze because I have natural hair? You thought it was going to be a breeze because I'm black? You thought it was going to be a breeze because I'm a woman? I mean, come on, people. Contentious? I mean, just being judged for this, right? And this. And then my gender. It's ridiculous. Contentious. I could not believe it. Anyway, the judge was like, that request is denied. But at the end of the day, it's embarrassing to have to stand up as a black person in court with this hair and this skin and answer stupid allegations like that. It's stupid. Anyway, you guys, for more, please like, share, tag, follow me. General's office refuses to pay them or refuses to settle cases that end up going to verdict, and then the civil rights trial lawyer in Washington, D.C. And I just wanted to talk to people a little bit about the relationship between taxpayer dollars and verdicts and settlements when the Attorney General's office refuses to pay them or refuses to settle cases that end up going to verdict, and then the jury ends up awarding a substantial amount of money. So many of you have asked me about the Dion K case and for updates. So I want to thank people who prayed and who supported the case. There were so many of you, and the outpouring of support meant a lot to us. It was a very tough trial. But won the judgment on August the 1st, and then 28 days later, Brian Schwab's office challenged the verdict, asking for the verdict to be reduced. It was $655,000, right? It's a case of officer negligence and battery that resulted in the death of Deon K. And so they asked for a new trial and alternatively for the judge to reduce the verdict. And if the judge rules in our favor, and the law's on our side, so she very likely will, based on the law, the Attorney General can then file an appeal to the DC Court of Appeals to have them review her decision, and the backlog there is 2 years. So the amount of interest that taxpayers would have to pay based on all this wait time is 4% per year. Based on a $655,000 judgment, if this continues to go on for, let's just say, 2 years, the amount that taxpayers would have to pay is $52,000, $52,400. That is $26,200 per year, right? And this is what happens when we have elected officials, and we really need to pay attention to who's running for office, folks. Elected officials who are content to waste taxpayer money. It wasn't just my verdict this year, but there were several verdicts against the district this year, and they made no settlement offers in any of those cases, right? In several of the verdicts, and my colleagues tried those cases. And so taxpayers end up paying out more, for an office who, wants their lawyers to get trial experience, but the case law is pretty clear. You're not going to win this. Right now, we don't know what a jury's going to do, but you're gambling, and then juries are giving more than $500,000 to people who would have settled for less. And in my experience, clients definitely settle for less. And frankly, now you got to contend with attorney's fees in cases where fee shifting is involved. That's another expense. Why are we electing people who are wasting taxpayer money like this? It's not a good use of our resources. So the clock is ticking on this judgment. Right. So again, it's this is the amount of money that taxpayers have to pay. For more on civil rights issues, for more on DC related issues, DC government, and all things DC, please like, share, tag, follow me. You can also subscribe to my newsletter. There's a link in my bio. Thank you so much for those of you who support our jury process, you DC residents who participate in jury trials, because we can't do this without you. My work couldn't be done without you. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Hi everyone, it's me, Krilius, Team Racing Productions MC and producer, and today I have with me
Yaida Ford, council
Hey,
candidate for Ward 8.
hi Yaida, how are you?
I'm great, Krilios. It's good to see you again, brother.
It's great to see you too. It's great to see you too. So, we just started chatting and you just told me that you're out canvassing right now. How's that going?
Yeah, we are definitely in the streets today. I mean, we're 18 days away from the election, so it's good to be out and engaged. It's a beautiful day. People are out in the community. I mean, obviously we have to preserve social distancing, so it's not like quite the same as it would be if we weren't under these conditions. But it's been great. It's been really energetic and fun.
Ah, that's great. On a whole, how has the campaign, responded to the pandemic? How have the priorities changed? How's that going for the campaign?
Yeah, well, definitely, I have a great manager and a great team, and so we've just had to adjust strategy. I mean, initially you're like, okay, we need 200 volunteers, and we're going to be in the street every day, rah, 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 door knocking, and not so much, right? Because
Yes.
people are afraid to come out. But thankfully, I still have a really dedicated group of folks who are, going out with me and dropping our literature. I mean, now is the time you're starting to see people, posters up and different things up. But we're
Yes.
actually, I'm having fun engaging people. People are actually, in Ward 8, the good thing about Ward 8 is that it's really community based. So people are on their porches, on the sidewalk. Okay, what are you guys doing? That's really how a lot of these conversations start, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, oh, okay, you're running. There's a woman in the race, blah, blah, blah. They're really surprised that there's a woman on the ballot. And so we're actually getting a lot of good energy. And maybe it's because people are bored, so they're outside. And so we're just catching that traction.
Yes,
so it's actually been great.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Silver lining. People are outside.
We love that.
Not knocking on doors, nobody's there, right? People are home. So, we're outside, standing on the sidewalk. They may be on their porch. The kids are outside playing. So you're just able to engage people without touching them or hugging or shaking hands.
Yes, definitely.
And it's still pretty effective.
Yeah, oh, that comes through good. That works out good. So, you know, we have interviewed you before, and to our viewers out there, you can go ahead and check out our first interview with you. So, has anything changed since that interview with you or with the campaign, and not just you know, due to the pandemic, just overall, has, you know, much changed?
Well, you know, the big thing was I wasn't on the ballot then, right?
Ah,
Actually made the ballot. When this started out, if you recall, Team Racine, man, you guys interviewed. There were like, I don't know how many candidates for Ward 8, more than 10. There
yes.
were more than 10 of us. And now there's 4 of us, and I'm the only
Mhm.
woman who made that ballot. So
Wow, wow.
I appreciate all the support that I had, the people who
Hmm.
signed my petition, and we were challenged as a woman candidate. My petitions, my petitions were challenged,
Hmm.
and so we actually had to go through somewhat of a legal process until the challenger withdrew the challenge to my petition. So there
Oh,
was some threat that I
wow.
would not make the ballot. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it was a fight, you know, from day one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you work in law as well. Tell me, is there, you know, any
Right.
case or anything right now that you're working on?
Oh yeah, I mean, because we haven't shut down. So there's one particularly, you know, I'm in federal litigation. I do a lot of police brutality
Hmm.
stuff in federal court, and so we have a case right now against WMATA and
Hmm.
Metro Transit police officers for tasing the young Zimbabwean man at U Street. That's an active litigation right now. We also picked up
Oh.
a case, a wrongful death here in Ward 8
Hmm.
at a men's shelter, 801 East Men's Shelter on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. So there will be more to come
Oh,
on that.
wow. Oh, wow. Wow. So you are doing big, big things out
Yeah,
there right now. I love it.
yeah,
Do you want
my
to tell the
passion.
audience, you know, how they can vote this year, you know, how they can get prepared for that? That would be great.
Yes, yes, everybody. So, Board of Elections sent out the voter guide. Don't get confused, though. That is not an absentee ballot. You will not find a ballot in there. You will find a mail-in request form. That is a mail-in request form. Fill in your mail-in request form. Mail it back to Board of Elections. There will be an envelope with a stamp, and you need to do it by May 26th so that you will get your ballot in time to vote on June 2nd. I am number 4 on the ballot. That is Yaida Ford. You can learn more about me and my platforms at yaidaford.com. And don't miss tomorrow's Ward 8 Dems debate at noon, hosted by WJLA Channel 7. It'll be on my Facebook at Yaida Ford for Ward 8, and it'll also be on my Instagram and my story with the details of how you can connect with the debate tomorrow.
Awesome. Oh, and also let them know how they can support your campaign in any way they want.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you so much, Cleos. So yaidaford.com, you can donate. We are still dropping literature, and we need banners and my face in different places. So please donate. It could be $5, $10, not a big deal. It all counts and it all adds up to push us down through November. If you went on June 2nd, you can also contact me at DC Ward 8 at yaidaford.com if you're interested in helping us out with phone banking or other volunteer opportunities.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you so much for joining me today, Yaida.
Cleos, this is awesome. I love your
Thank
accent, by the
you.
way.
Oh, thank you. I'm Jamaican. And to our viewers out there, thank you for watching.
Here to report what's happening in our city. So last night, a federal agent, specifically with the Homeland Security Agency, fired shots at a motorist off Pennsylvania Avenue and Minnesota Avenue in the southeast quadrant of our city. This is the second officer-involved shooting, a federal agent involved shooting in less than a month. October 17th, a motorist named Philip Brown was shot at on Benning Road in his car. The bullets literally went through his windshield, or I'm sorry, his window, one of the windows in the car. He was shot at by a Homeland Security agent, and no transparency, no accountability. We don't know who this person is. The body-worn camera footage has not been released. And let me just say, the police officer, the MPD officer, it was a joint operation between MPD and Homeland Security. They're supposed to do an incident report whenever an officer uses lethal force. Well, they did an incident report, completely omitted that Homeland Security fired shots at an unarmed motorist. This motorist was unarmed. And also there's a box on the police report that asked whether shots were fired. The MPD officer put no, said that no shots were fired, which is a lie. And he testified later in court that he was told by a superior officer within the ranks of MPD to falsify the report. So this is cooperation at another level, cooperation with a federal lack of accountability, transparency. It's hard to sue federal agents even when you know who they are. But to have officers in the streets of the District of Columbia firing shots at people during routine traffic stops, those bullets could hit anyone on main thoroughfares in the district, is a major problem. And DC residents, we're going to have to mobilize. Please sign up for my newsletter. The link is in my bio. Please sign up. We need to mobilize around this issue. We cannot have a police state where federal agents can shoot at people, potentially injuring or killing them, and we don't know who they are, and there's no accountability. There's no type of redress for district residents who are endangered in this way. And let me tell you something. If it happens in one part of the city, all of us are at risk. We don't want this in our city. Trust me. We don't want a city where there's no accountability for what the police do. And there's this type of cooperation between local MPD to help feds cover up unlawful, unconstitutional civil rights violations. We don't want that type of city. Please sign up for my newsletter and like, share, tag, and follow me. Thank you very much. Help us get the word out.